Hello guys, Matt here and welcome to this brand new video on my channel. As you can see, I'm using my microphone so that you guys can hear me at a higher register. You guys can hear me a bit better. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a fragrance that comes from the house of Joop. Now, Joop are a German house which I'm a very big fan of. I've owned the original for many years, which came out in 1989. It's a staple in anyone's collection, I think. It is in mine. I absolutely love wearing Joop Homme. It's somewhere on my shelf at the moment. But in this video, we're going to be taking a look at a flanker to Joop Homme. This one came out 2012. And the fragrance is called Joop Homme Wild. Now, the main accords for this are rum, woody, white floral, soft spicy, sweet, musky, and warm spicy. Now, I've had this fragrance in my collection for about a year now. This is the first time I've ever owned this fragrance. This is a 75ml bottle. I believe it comes in 3 sizes. There's a 30ml, the 75ml, and I also believe there's a 125ml. I got this off eBay. Like I said, it was about a year ago, and I think I spent about £15 on this. There was a sale going on at the time, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to try this out. I love Joop Homme, I love the extreme version, I might as well try out the wild. Now, I heard good things about this. People, even to this day, still say good things about this fragrance. Spray some right here. And we'll talk about the nose right now. So, the perfumer for this fragrance is Eleanor Masonette. And she has created so many fragrances. To be honest, she's created 116 fragrances throughout her time as being a perfumer. She's created I think it's the newest fragrance from 1881. She made the 1881 Silver, which I have not tried. She's made Davidoff Ager Blend, and not to mention Run Wild for her. And she's made quite a lot of fragrances from Diesel, the Only the Brave line. She's been around. She certainly has been around. When this fragrance was released in 2012, the company of Joop really wanted to make an alluring modern version of Joop Homme. Now, Joop Homme, as you guys know, is the famous pink juice. We all know what it is. Some people out there might not know what this fragrance is. Some people might not have seen it. For those who know what it is, it's a very sweet cinnamon-based fragrance that came out in 1989, and it was a really real benchmark of a fragrance because it really took sweetness to a whole new level in terms of men's perfumery in the 1980s. So I would call this version a more modern interpretation. Now, there is an extreme version which I have reviewed on my channel already. I actually really enjoy the extreme version. They all have the similar DNA. They are still different in their own right. So we're going to be taking a look at this one, guys. This is a one that I really like, and I cannot wait to review it. Here we go. I told you guys what the accords were. Let's get straight down to what the notes are. Now, in the top, it opens up with a pink pepper note. In the middle, we get the note of rum. And in the base notes, we get white tobacco and woody notes. Now, it's quite a simple composition when you look at it on paper. You look at the pink pepper in the top, you think to yourself, okay, pepper's one of those notes that, to me, it doesn't have a pleasant smell, but when it's used, it usually pushes out other fragrance notes which really don't have that oomph behind them. Pepper can really push other notes into a forward direction, to the point where you can really smell them. It does have a pink peppery aroma to it when you first spray it. But at the same time, the fragrance itself has this classy, sexy smell to it because of the rum note. Now, rum, it's not used a lot in perfumery, but when it is, it really smells sexy. It smells wonderful. It smells warm. Great kind of note for autumn and winter time. And in this, it is pretty wonderful, in all fairness. It's like you spray this fragrance, you get that pink pepper blast, but then once the fragrance dries down, there's the sweetness of the rum coming through. And it's boozy, it's sexy, it's playful, just quite a nice alluring scent. Although I will say one thing, I remember when I smelled this when it first came out, I think it was around 2013 time, because I was working in Boots as a perfume seller, and I remember smelling this, and I remember it being a lot stronger when it first came out. This version I've got, I mean, I'm not even going to go through batches, but it just smells a little bit weaker than I remember. But it still has that nice smell. What I will say is that this fragrance is not as strong as the original Joop Homme. The original Joop Homme, in my opinion, is a lot more potent. It has a stronger... what's the word? It has just a much more stronger first impression smell to it. It's bolder. This one to me is a little bit linear. It doesn't really change. A little bit like the extreme version. However, the extreme version is a completely different scent. The extreme goes in a more cocoa patchouli kind of direction. However, this one is more, again, going that peppery, rum, woody kind of scent. And that's what this is. But it isn't as strong as the original Joop Homme. If you are looking for a stronger fragrance, go for the original Joop Homme. Even in today's formulation, it's some strong stuff, guys. Really strong stuff. So, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to say to you guys that if you're looking for a fragrance that is unique, in all fairness, because of that rum note, like I said, there's not a lot of companies that are making fragrances which have a lot of rum in them. In fact, it's not really often that a designer fragrance is releasing a fragrance with a lot of alcohol notes in them these days. I mean, usually you've got to go to niche houses for that, but this is a decent take on a rum, sweet kind of rum fragrance. Now, someone on Fragrantic, I was reading through the reviews, and somebody was asking, I mean, it wasn't really a review, but it was more of a question. Somebody asked the question of, does this smell like bay rum? No. This does not smell like bay rum. Obviously, bay rum, in case you guys don't know what bay rum is, it's a classic scent that is formed in a lot of older aftershaves. And it's supposed to give off this clove kind of smell. It's used in a lot of Caribbean-themed traditional aftershaves. And in my opinion, no. This, to me, does not have a bay rum smell. What this smells like to me is it's a sweet, peppery, rum-based fragrance which dries down to a sandalwood type of woody smell. That's what I get. The white tobacco, I don't know what that is supposed to give off. I mean, what makes white tobacco different than regular tobacco, I don't know. There's nothing really tobacco-esque about the fragrance. If anything, the fragrance is strong from the rum. The pink pepper in the start is strong, but that dies down. And then really I would say after about 30 minutes of this being on your skin, it just turns into a sweet, woody sandalwood. That's what I would say. It's a good fragrance. It's definitely not my favorite flanker from Joop. If I had to pick a favorite flanker as of yet, because bearing in mind I have not smelled the Absolute. I haven't smelled any of the summer versions of Joop Homme. I haven't tried the Eau de Parfum yet, but I am looking to do a review on that in the near future, because I would like to get a bottle of that. With it being brand new, it's there's not a lot of reviews on that fragrance yet. So, that's the one I haven't tried. I haven't tried the Black King. I haven't tried the Red King. The only ones I've tried are the original, the Extreme, and this version. That's all I've tried. And so far, my favourite would probably still be the original. I think this does a good job with creating a modern Joop Homme smell. It's the same with the extreme version. I think that does a good job as well. The only reason I'm involving this version along in this review is simply just because it is the only other flanker that I own from Joop Homme, and I did a review on it a few years back, and you guys seem to really enjoy it. So again, thank you so much for enjoying that video first of all. And yeah, that's really going to be that's all I'm really going to say on this fragrance, really, because there's not a lot I can say. Longevity is not too bad. I get about 6 to 7 hours out of this, so I don't get a strong smell. I mean, in all fairness, even this still packs a punch. The extreme version, I get about 10 to 11 hours out of this. Seriously, it's good stuff. And with the same with the original, that's again another really long-lasting scent. This one, not as much. This one sits a little bit closer to the skin for the first hour or so, and then once it dies down, it really turns into this soft, sweet, powdery, woody base. I'm guessing the powderiness, actually, now that I say that, the powderiness, because I'm getting a powdery scent, and that might be the tobacco. I don't know. It is a great scent. I would highly recommend that you guys check this one out. It's going real cheap online at the moment. I mean, it's always been really inexpensive. Joop, let's be honest, they're not a really expensive house to buy fragrances from. This one is worth checking out if you're into boozy notes, if you're into boozy fragrances and you like rum and you like something with a bit of a sweet take on a boozy fragrance. Joop Homme Wild's a really good one, guys. I would highly recommend it. I mean, the bottle itself is really cool. It looks like it's going into a kind of heavy metal direction with the skull for the O in Homme, and the Wild, just the whole font behind it. The juice color is nice as well. It's nice and dark, kind of looks like the color of rum, in all fairness. Yeah, guys, that has been my review for Joop Homme Wild from the German house of Joop. Thank you so much for checking this review out. It really means a lot. If you guys have enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Somebody actually requested this fragrance video. I've forgotten your name, but this one is for you, buddy. Hope you've enjoyed it. There will be more reviews coming up in the next few days, guys. It just feels so good being back. Just enjoying every second of it. The fact that I'm getting involved with other reviewers now, especially, you know, I've been on YouTube for almost, I think it's about 6 or 7 years or something. I've been on YouTube now, and I've never really, you know, mingled with any other YouTuber to, you know, really pick their brains and just to have a good conversation in general about fragrances. It's never happened to me. And the fact that I'm now on Mr. Smelly's YouTube channel, he just uploaded a video today of me and him talking and me showing him some fragrances from the 80s. It was a great video. Thank you so much, Dan, for getting me on there. And if you guys are curious about that video, I will leave it in the description of this video so that you guys can go and check it out. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching my review for Joop Homme Wild. It means a lot, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Keep smelling good and look after yourselves. Bye-bye for now.